third video, I show you how to start assembling the guitar.
Alright, now that you've finished soldering the wires to the pick guard, let's start assembling this guitar. So in one of the bags that came in with the kit, there's a lot of different size screws. The ones to note is you got two screws that are sort of medium length. They got a very flat tip, so it's not a sharp tip. So those are the ones we're actually going to use for the neck pickup. You should also have seen two springs. So these are the springs that help keep the pickup tight against the guitar, and you can adjust the height of them. Also included were various small screws. So you'll see about 11, well not about 11, you'll see 11 of these small size screws. These are the ones that get attached to this in all these holes at the edge of the pick guard to the body of the guitar. So put all those aside for now, and we'll just focus on putting the pick guard and the pickup together. The way I like to do this, and it's a little bit of a challenge because now that you solder the wires, it's everything's a little bit tighter than it was before. But we'll start with the screw, the one again, flat tip. Put it into the hole. You might actually need to screw it in. You need a Phillips head screwdriver to push this in. It is a little bit wider than the hole itself, just to give it a snug fit. Once it goes through, then you can sort of do a finger twist. So we'll put in both of those, so both get screwed in. And once you have the screws all the way through, then you need to go ahead and take those springs. So there's two of these. So we'll put one, and the way I like to do these, actually I like to do the thick part on top. So the thick part is against the pick guard itself, and then the thin part goes to the bottom. So we've got two of these. Put those in, and now comes a little bit of the tight, tricky part here. So the way this pick fits, the pickup fits pretty snugly within the cavity. You'll have to attach the screw to the bottom here of the plastic. So we'll do one, and then the top. And now usually this is where you need to have about 10 sets of arms and fingers. So we'll start tightening this, and hopefully we got it through okay. So I started the top one now. Now I need to start the bottom one, and hopefully we can get these done without too much of a problem. And there we go. That's actually better than I thought it was going to go. So we got these, and then just keep tightening these until they're snug. And as the pickup goes into the hole, it'll start becoming apparent why you need those springs in there, because they really do help keep the pickup as tight as possible to the pick guard, which then helps you raise them and lower them. So okay, so now this is basically done. Let me see if I can lift this so you can take a look at it. So the way they work is we got the pickup and the switch. So we got the springs and the pickup in here. And now we can push this back down and make sure it fits. And everything needs to fit in the pocket of the guitar. Next step we're gonna do is just start putting all those little screws around the edge. So I'm actually gonna start a few, and then we'll fast forward, since it gets kind of boring watching somebody put in all these screws. Only thing you really need to do is make sure everything aligns properly. So you'll see the pick guard, and you'll see the screw heads in here, or the holes. So start out right up here by the pickup, and then I'll start down on the bottom side. All right, so now it's starting to really look like a guitar. So let's finish screwing some stuff here. So next thing to do is, remember we never screwed this bridge down. There were 4 screws I mentioned. They were a little bit larger size than the other ones we have. So these 4 screws are the ones that go down here in the bridge. So let's put those in. I'm actually going to use a little bit larger screwdriver. It's more comfortable. Let's do this. Of course, if you really feel like this takes too long by hand, you could try and use a electric screwdriver, but just make sure you don't set it on too fast of a torque, because you do not want to overdo it and end up damaging the guitar and going through the body and not tight enough. You do need these to be fairly strong against the body, as you're going to have the pull of the strings on the bridge. It's going to be pretty strong, so you want to make sure they're tight and they're not lifting up when you're winding up and tuning the guitar later on. So we have 3 and the last one here, and we are on our way. Now the nice thing with again building your own is you can do this at your own pace, figure out what works for you the best, and make as many adjustments as you want. So here we go. So now we have most of the body done. The only thing that really remains is putting the jack and fitting that within the cavity. So as with everything else, just make sure the wire gets pushed in. Everything fits a bit on the tight side, but it does fit, trust me. So once that's in there, now we have 4 small screws that get used here. So you'll see that it came with some really small screws, and these are the ones that get attached on the side here. Because they're so small, I do need my smaller Phillips screwdriver. So we'll put the first one in, and the same stuff, 4 screws. This is a standard 22 fret neck. It's a 25.5 scale length. The scale length is measured from the nut to the 12th fret, and then you double that to give you the scale length for the whole guitar. So now the one thing we need to do with these is we need to put in the tuner pegs. Those come in a separate bag, and it's sort of a 2-step process here. So you'll see one bag that comes with a bunch of little screws and some of the nuts that get into get screwed on to the inside of these tuner pegs. So if you look inside, it's probably hard to see in this video, but if you look inside, there's a thread that goes smack inside these things. You twist these, and the pole spins around, and that's how you tune the guitar. So let's take some of these out, and the bags are a little tight. So we'll take these out, and we'll put them in. You'll notice that on the back of here, there's a lot of little holes, and the tuning pegs themselves have a screw bracket, I guess. So it makes it easy for you to sort of figure out the way these things get pushed in. So we're just going to take one, the top one, we'll put that in, and then we'll take one of these nuts that has the thread on it, plus a washer. So we'll put the washer in first, And then we'll put one of these in, and we're just gonna hand tighten everything right now. So you just twist these in, they catch on the back inside the threads, and done. So we'll do everything just hand tighten for now, and then we'll start tightening things up a little bit more with some wrenches to make sure everything's good, and then we'll also put in the screws in the back. So stand by, and we'll get that all done.